This episode of the Horror Basement is brought to you by the 16th Annual Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival, going on October 27th through the 29th. For more information, go check them out at fullmooninc.net.
Hi, I'm Bill Mosley, and you're in the Horror Basement with Jim Jam and Johnny Leroy. Lick my plate, you dog dick.
Welcome to the Horror Basement, the Tennessee Horror News Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny Leroy. And of course, we got Jim Jam here.
Yeah, Jim Jam here.
Alright, guys. So, as usual, you can find this on SoundCloud and
Stitcher Radio,
YouTube, and
iTunes,
Blueberry, Google Play.
Yep.
So, anywhere you want to listen, you can listen, and hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and
Horror-Mino.
And Horror-Mino, yeah, definitely don't forget that. If you don't have that app, check it out. Hit them up. And also, if you don't know what you're doing at the end of October,
we know what you can be doing.
Exactly.
You can come and hang out with us at Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival.
Exactly.
16th anniversary.
Yeah, and you know, you can reserve hotel rooms and check out ticket prices on their website at fullmooninc.net. So hit that shit up. Go check it out. They got a freaking ton of people coming in, like celebrities.
A lot of new people that has never been there. Like I think Danielle Harris has never been there.
Felissa Rose has never been.
Yeah. And then Kane Hodder's gonna be there.
Yeah. Tony Moran. There's a bunch. You can go check all that out on the website. There's a bunch of people though. A bunch of celebrities. Yeah, and a bunch of people you want to meet. And it's
Tyler Maine.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty badass this year.
So you're gonna have like the old school Michael Myers, kind of like versus the new school Michael Myers.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, guys.
And the creator of Hatchet, Adam Green, is gonna be there. So
just a variety of people, and if Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, woo!
Yeah, woo!
I want to have a woo off with him.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I want to see him slap you across the chest.
I'll give you a chest chop.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I would if only Ric Flair could chest chop me.
That would hurt so bad.
I would have to take my shirt off because I want the whelp and everything,
dude.
Because I'm gonna take a picture of him. Like
he probably charged you $20 to chop you.
I bet he's got a sign that says $20 chest chop.
Yeah, hopefully.
$30 to woo
but
off.
hopefully he's up to 100% when he gets there.
Yeah.
So, but he's
speedy
not
recovery,
dead yet,
Ric Flair. Which he probably don't listen to this, or
no,
guaranteed he don't. But anyways,
yeah. So check that out. And what else we got going on?
Before Full Moon, Bree is going to be at Scarefest 10 in Kentucky. I'll put the link for that in the description.
Scarefest.
Scarefest. So that's what Bree tells me. That's a huge con for Kentucky. So,
hell yeah,
I'm not sure who's all going to be there or whatever, but
we should probably look into that. But
I'll put it in the description.
It'll be in the description, guys.
Yep.
So what else we got going on? Haunt season's coming up, guys. And speaking of haunt season, I believe we got somebody we're going to talk to today.
Yep. Brad Webb.
Is Brad going to be on here?
We'll see in a few. Carroll Moore.
Yep.
Carroll Moore is the one that's overseeing Priest Lake Haunted Woods.
Ooh,
I guess it's like Nashville Nightmare presents.
Yeah, Priest Lake. I would say that's what I was thinking. Nashville Nightmare presents Priest Lake, and yeah, as you know, Nashville Nightmare, #1 haunt in Tennessee. Top 10 in the whole United States.
If you go to USA Today, it's the #1.
Yeah, but it's top 10 in the United States.
Year.
But it's, I mean, you know how them go. But it still ranks in the top 10 of the United States, and there's a shit ton of haunts in Tennessee. What, 92?
probably more than that.
Yeah, I mean, smaller haunts. So 92 haunts in Tennessee. Nashville Nightmare is number 1. So definitely hit that up.
For sure.
So anyways, away we go. All right, guys. So on today's podcast, we have Carroll Moore with Nashville Haunted Woods at Priest Lake. Hey, Carroll, how's it going, man?
Oh, it's going. Just staying busy. How about you guys?
Oh, yeah, pretty busy.
Yeah.
You know, haunt season coming up and everything. I'm sure you've been busy with haunt season for...
If you follow Carroll on Instagram and Facebook, yeah, you'll see he's up before daylight.
You've been busy with haunt season back in, what, May?
Oh, man, November of last year.
November.
How about that?
It's nonstop then, ain't it?
Yeah, it's nonstop.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a lot of people, they claim they live that haunt life, but only a few of us really do, so...
Well, I believe you can actually claim that for, and well, not believe, I know, I see the pictures all the time. Like I saw the video, it wasn't even daylight yet, and he was opening the gates going in to work on the hunt.
Yeah, that's I don't really enjoy those mornings, but sometimes you got to do it, you know.
Oh yeah, especially back in the summer when you want to try to beat the heat, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I say that's probably one of the downfalls of working on an outdoor hunt during the summer. It's brutal, ain't it?
It is, you know, the weather, the bugs, the
mosquitoes,
just everything, man. It's and then like getting from one place to another is not easy in the outdoor haunt world. Usually, it's more spread out, not as condensed as an indoor. So
yeah,
you constantly have to go over and, well, I need to get this. So that's like a couple scenes over, and you got to jump in a utility cart and, you know, take it over a trail or two to get to where you're going. And yeah, it's definitely a different animal in a lot of aspects, but it's a lot of the same stuff as well too. It takes a different breed to do an outdoor haunted house. I will say that.
From what I remember, you started out with outdoor haunts, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, sure did. Yeah.
So this is all natural to you coming to this one, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got spoiled. I'm not gonna lie. You know, you get in the indoor for so long, you kind of get spoiled. But then after a while, once you get in the woods and you get, you know, accustomed to being in the woods again, it's like, oh man, I wish I never would have left. You know, it's you can, especially when you're out there, like at nighttime when you're doing the lighting, you know, like the lighting test, and you know, you hear all the, you know, the crickets and everything going, and just all the animals, and it's just and the smell, like of the woods at night. It's especially when the cold air is moving in. You know, like the past couple, like it was last week, I think it was really kind of cool air moving in. It was just really, it just kind of takes you to, and, you know, you kind of go, well, this is why I do it. You know, this is what it's all about because it's right around the corner. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm glad to see that, you know, it's going to be cool this year because
maybe.
Well, it seems like
it's going to be 80 degrees
at night though.
Yeah.
Well, at night though, it gets pretty cool. So that's what I'm happy about because when I went to Hallow Scream last year at the same place, oh man, I was sweating my ass off.
Oh, it was very warm last year, very warm. Hopefully it's not as warm because I feel like people don't get in the mood, you know, they don't get that.
No, it's not the same.
They don't get, yeah. So hopefully it's a little bit cooler.
I want to be waiting in line having to wear a hoodie.
Yeah,
that's always
hot
nice.
Chocolate, yeah.
That's what's nice is like you wear a hoodie, it's fall out, you know, it's cool, you're waiting in line, it's no big deal.
So like if it's, as long as it stays about 65 or if it's around that area, I wouldn't mind waiting a couple hours to get in the hunt because like if you like if you got good queue line haunters, then you get to watch them mess with other people, and that's the fun part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see how that's going to, because I know Nashville Shores, it's kind of going to be a whole different, well, I don't know how y'all going to have it set up compared to Hallow Scream, which I'm sure it's going to be totally different, but I'm curious to see how all that works compared to a regular hunt.
Yeah, it's definitely, this Haunted Woods that we've done is going to be probably one of the more unique Haunted Woods. And what I mean by that is we have over 50 plus animations inside this Haunted Woods, which a lot of Haunted Woods can't say that around here. I mean, that's just kind of, especially for a first year haunted house in general. I mean, indoor or outdoor, that's a pretty big deal to have over 50 plus animations. So that's going to be pretty unique for the Haunted Woods, especially around here. And we really try to jam pack a lot of stuff, into a trail that's easily over a half a mile long, if not longer. So it's going to be, hopefully people really enjoy it. We hope. We won't know that until people start going through and giving us their feedback. But
yeah,
what's the terrain as far as what do people need to be like?
It's basically your outdoor trail. It's not quite. It's not very big hill. There are some small hills. It's pretty decent. I'd say it's about medium grade. Obviously you wouldn't want to wear stilettos or heels or anything like that. But it is an outdoor trail, so don't wear your nice shoes. Wear some.
Yeah, and don't be wearing sandals and shit out there, right?
Yeah, or your brand new Jordans or whatever the kids wear these days. Because it is, it is out. That's what people kill me. They go to outdoor haunted houses and they go, "Oh, I got dirty," or I'm like, "Well, this is outdoor, and this is the outdoors. This is part of it."
Yeah.
This is outdoors.
Yeah, I can't sweep up the trail. I can't, I just can't do that. So you got to use your brain sometimes. Sometimes people just get upset. I mean, and I get it. You want to dress to impress. You got a hot date that night. You want to make sure you're looking sharp. But I mean, come on. Sometimes you gotta, say, "Hey, we're going to Haunted Woods tonight. Bring an extra pair of shoes."
Exactly.
We're gonna,
go out to eat before you go to the Haunted Woods to your nice dinner, and then come there and put on some different shoes and
what I usually do.
Get the shit scared out of you.
I go eat first. Yeah. Then I remember when we talked. I think it was last year when I asked about the hayride. Did y'all axe that idea?
The hayride has been postponed. We decided that we wanted to do the hayride. We wanted to do it right, do it the right way. And so we decided to really jam-pack the woods full of stuff, really take all of our funds and really pushing into that and advertising and make the Haunted Woods just something special. And then really focus on the hayride maybe next year and make it just really cool hayride that, nobody's ever seen before either. So
that sounds pretty sweet.
I think I told you last year, or whenever I talked to you about the whole above thing or actors going above you.
Yeah.
Man, as the hayride goes by, have someone on a zip line.
Rip line.
Have like a zip line or someone going across on a zip line or something. Not even an actor, maybe just like a prop.
Yeah, I wouldn't put an actor on that. That'd be that seems really sketchy.
I'm sure Carroll could find some crazy enough people that are willing to do it, right?
Yeah, but
man,
would he want the liability?
They're getting harder and harder to find, man.
I guess they. Well, shit. Well, I guess you could just throw a prop up there because.
Well, it might be getting harder to find because there's so many haunts.
Yeah, so you're competing.
I don't know really what it is. It's finding. When I was a young man trying to get in the haunted house business, it was just like people were just. You had to turn people away, and nowadays it's. People don't want to do it. They don't. It's weird. I don't get it. It's like they're
because it's hard work.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the youth today. I don't know, and I don't know. It's always been a nice mixture of some older folks and some younger folks, but I don't know, man. This year, maybe it is because there's so many haunted houses now.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
I mean, Nashville Nightmare. I mean, it's such a massive, attraction over there. I mean, they have over probably easily 100 plus staff. So I mean, think about that. Most haunted houses average about 30 to 40, per haunt, and that's Nashville Nightmare's got over 100 plus. That's a lot. So, but I mean, Nashville's growing. Got about 100 people averaging a day moving here. So we're constantly finding new people. And also we're a first year. I mean, this is the first year for Nashville Haunted Woods, even though Hello Scream was there for 2 years. We're still kind of putting our own thing on it, and we'll grow. We can't, we got to crawl before we walk. We know that, and that's just part of. I say hashtag first year haunt problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that and also though you have to grow the brand with if someone was there for 2 years, people are still gonna think, well, that's the same one. They just renamed it. Like you're gonna have to go through that issue.
Yeah, there's some people that probably think that, but we hopefully that our marketing what we've done is gonna really help, get it to more people, get more exposure, and hopefully, not saying what they did last year was wrong necessarily, but hopefully that the way we approach it this year will be a little bit different than they did, and we'll get.
Yeah.
There's I meet people who have never heard of Nashville Nightmare.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But like the zombie apocalypse events that we do in the off season, 90% of those people have never been to Nashville Nightmare as a haunted house. They didn't know it was there. So when we do those zombie apocalypse events, it just goes to show us that there's people that constantly don't know about us.
But yeah, y'all were still, or Nashville Nightmare was still pulling, 3-hour wait lines?
Yeah. So, you got to think.
That's a lot of people.
And there's still people who'd never heard of us or never been to it. So you look at the market, and we've barely even tapped the surface. So we look at it that way and go, okay, there's still a lot of people we have yet to reach. So therefore, now that we have 2 haunted houses under the same umbrella, an indoor and an outdoor, and there's some people that may not even mess with indoor because they go, I like the outdoor better. It feels more like fall, more like Halloween.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we can get some of those as well. But I think after this season, when the dust settles, hopefully it's going to be really good for everybody,
Yeah, and I hope the weather's good though, like no rain.
Yeah, we don't like the R word, man. The R word.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping like all that's come in has come in for at least for the next month.
Yeah. No, more than a month. Need to wait till November.
Yeah. I mean,
if it wants to rain like on a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah. Like a Monday or Tuesday's good, but yeah,
as long as it's not on Halloween, I'm cool with that. So.
Yeah, that'll definitely ruin some shit.
Hey, I just thought of something, Carroll.
Yeah.
Could you say Brad Webb is kind of like the Vince McMahon of haunts in Nashville?
In Nashville.
And he's growing to make where he's going to buy out all these small haunts and just make like where WWE.
He's going to bring all the regions together, Carroll.
Yeah.
You're saying he's going to buy WCW? And,
he's going to buy all the northern region.
He's going to send you in and
piss everyone off.
Infiltrate the other ones.
Yeah,
kind of like Shane McMahon did.
No, man, I think I don't think so. I think Brad does have a game plan. I don't know exactly what that is, but Brad's not in the business of hurting other businesses at all. It's
fair competition.
He's not going to do that. But we have discussed some small things, about growth and hopefully, if everything goes well this year, then we'll just keep growing and expanding. And he's done a whole lot since Nashville Nightmare opened in 2011. He's leaps and bounds, and it's just become a number one attraction in the nation. And.
Mm-hmm.
If we get Nashville Haunted Woods up and going and get it getting some national status too, then there's no telling where we could take this thing,
Oh yeah, for sure. Because when somebody's like, they come up to me at work or whatever, if they know what I do outside of work, you heard of any good haunts? Well, yeah. If you're going to go to one haunt, you might want to go check out Nashville Nightmare. If you just got the day for one, but also, now it's go check out, Nashville Haunted Woods, go check out Priest Lake and all that.
That's usually the one I start with now.
I haven't been to it, so I can't really.
I'm gonna say that.
I'm just kidding.
I might be biased. I don't know. 'Cause I hadn't been there yet, but
that's what I'm saying. How can you?
But I've been to Death Yard when Carroll was doing that. And if it's like, I know it ain't going to be like that because that was indoor, but just the touch of Carroll on it, I know it's going to be something awesome.
He's so sweet, Carroll.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. It's not just me, though. There's a lot of people that put in a lot of hard work, though.
Oh, yeah. I guess just like you're the ringleader, kind of.
Well, is there a theme? Is there a theme for this?
Not really. We did kick around a theme. We were going to use a theme, but since we axed the hayride, we've kind of put that in our back pocket.
Oh, cool.
It's basically, we do have some themed, what I call fear zones. There's one called Dark Harvest.
That's cool.
It's kind of like some scarecrows and
that's exactly what I pictured.
headless horsemen and witches. And,
that sounds pretty fun. I like that.
There's another one called Tombstone, Town of the Dead.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some Western shit.
Some Western zombies.
So, it just kind of, you can kind of, I won't tell you really the details. I just kind of give you the names. We have a final area. It's called Blood Moon Rising. So anyway, so those are a couple areas that you'll see before you enter the woods itself. So that should be pretty cool.
I'm really interested in seeing the Predator, though. I mean, spoiler. They should follow you on Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah, man.
And Facebook.
That Predator,
that Predator, badass.
Man, he made his way to the office.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you freaked some people out, didn't you?
Oh yeah. So,
yeah, man. I guess I'm hoping you have a lot more actors than Scream or Hallow Scream had last year.
Well, us too, man. I'm still hiring people right now. We're constantly. We want to hire more than we need, and that because I know there's people that'll quit, people that'll say, "Hey, I can't do this anymore," or something came up or whatever. So we're always going to try to hire more than we need. And if I tell people that's the hardest thing besides getting people in your doors is getting people to work in your haunt. To me, that's one of the things I dread the most is the hiring process. Not because necessarily I don't like the people, it's just getting them in there. And getting people hired and getting them to understand how this works, and it's tough, man. It's very tough, and the high turnover rate. Young kids they don't want to give up their weekends. Like I got football games on Fridays, and I go hang out with my friends on Saturdays, and I remember in high school, man, the fall was like the coolest time in high school because I played football. So Friday nights, I was pretty much out of the loop when it came to haunted housing. But, when Monster Mountain was open when I was in high school, I was up there Thursday, Saturday, and Sundays. They used to be open Thursday through Sundays back in the late 90s.
Oh, shit.
That's when, and we'd be up there working every night but Friday.
Yeah, see, my Fridays and the weekends, like bonfires and partying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to give that up when you're growing up.
Oh yeah, when I was in high school, people would come up to me, "Oh, Carroll, man, what's the coolest haunted house to check out?" And I'd be like, "Well, this one and this one." And I remember going to Death Row when it was in the prison off Harding, and going to meet all the movie characters that they had out there to get autographs and stuff. That was always a good.
Was that place really haunted?
I don't know if it was or not, man. I've heard a lot of stories that people said it was. It was really cool to walk in that place when it was in the old prison. It was very unique.
That's what I'm saying. When you went in there, did you get scared by any ghosts?
I never did. No, I never felt creepy like that. But
I don't know.
I tell you Waverly Hills gave me the creeps when I went up there.
Yeah, I still want to check that out. My wife is dying to go check that out. But
isn't that in Kentucky?
It's so hard to the tours book up quick.
They were remodeling that place though.
It's supposed to be a hotel soon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that was like 6 years ago. They were working in the process of making it into a hotel and convention center.
It's huge, though.
Oh, man, that thing looks over the city that it's in. It's amazing where it's at.
Last time I was there was 2001, I think, 2001, 2002.
Oh, geez, that's been a long time ago then.
And when I went, the body chute that they had, like the tunnel where they used to roll the bodies down, was full of trash that the city had dumped there for years.
Yeah,
So I got to walk like 5 feet in, but it was still pretty cool. And just seeing the massive building when you walk up to, I thought I hit the haunted house jackpot.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But the haunted house itself really wasn't that good. I was kind of disappointed, but it's still, when I walked in, you could kind of, the hair on my back kind of stood up a little bit, It just kind of gave you that creepy feeling. And then I was talking to some workers, and I'm like, "Yeah, I really don't build any further than this because we get too scared."
Damn.
And I was like, "Damn." If you built a place for people to go to die, that's got to be pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah. I recently bought a movie that was filmed at the old prison.
Asylum of Terror.
Asylum of Terror.
Oh my God! Who did that one?
George Dimmick.
Huh.
Yeah.
Him and
he even warned me not to do it because he even admits that it's
horrible
bad.
Movie. Like he made the movie and he says it's horrible.
He said it was a 6mm of film. He said he recorded it with. That's how they recorded it, with actual film and not like videotape or nothing.
I'm about to say he must have did it a long time ago because that prison's been torn down for a while now.
1990.
It was 96 or 97.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good Lord, man, that's old. That's back when when you couldn't take as many takes as you wanted because that film is expensive.
Well, that's why I asked you if you've seen any ghosts because he says in one part of it they went to kill, like do a scene where someone gets killed in a cell where a blurry spot always popped up.
So they had to move outside the cell and it quit doing it.
Yeah, so that it wouldn't do it.
I mean, it's possible. I've heard a lot of stories about that place. I mean, there's no telling, man.
Yeah,
no telling.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell the movie was set back in the day because the stuff people were wearing. Yeah,
it gave you nostalgia, man.
Oh hell yeah!
If y'all are gonna watch a movie, you need to get on YouTube and watch a movie I was in a couple years ago with a bunch of my buddies called Die Devil Cock Die.
Wait, where have I heard of that?
Die Devil Cock Die.
Where have I heard that?
Yeah. And you get it. It's on YouTube. It's like a 30 or 40 minute long short film in a way. It's about a guy who can't die. And he goes to clean up the town. It's kind of not really a horror, but it's got some horror elements to it in a way. It's got the bad guy is Creepo the Clown, and anyway, if you get a chance, check it out. Die Devil Cock Die. It was it's pretty fun little project that I helped out with.
I think we might have to do I don't know about commentary since that's 30 minutes long, but maybe we every now and then we'll do that. We'll do some short film commentaries.
Yeah.
But Jonathan's looking up right now.
Yeah, it should be on. You should be on YouTube.
Okay.
Last time
Sorry, I spelled devil cock wrong.
How the hell did you spell that wrong?
Well, I spelled it like devil cock.
DEVELKOK, I think, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, how else would you spell devil cock?
Well, like he just said.
I mean, some porno shit. I'm glad I didn't Google it. Some porn shit popped up.
Yeah. I was going to ask too. Is the boo thing or the kid stuff going to be there during the day?
Yeah, it's going to be on location at Nashville Shores, a little area they call Cedar Glade. It's definitely a separate entity. We don't want parents thinking that their kids are going to get scared or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be. I think it opens a week after we do. I'm not quite sure on the date on that, but yeah, we've been actually piddling with that too as well. Brad's been over there working on some stuff. I think they're really going to start hitting it hard this week.
Is that called Booville?
Yeah, Booville. Yep.
Yeah, I remember last year we went through and we saw it, and of course it was closed by then.
What was it?
It's called Booville. It's mainly for kids. It's at Nashville Shores.
Oh, I didn't go there.
Well,
we moved it from where it was because we felt like it needed to be in a bigger spot, bigger location, and.
Oh, is it for little kids?
Yeah, little kids.
It's open during the day.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's pretty nice.
Because I don't think a lot of kids are going to want to be
scared of the dark.
Yeah.
They'll go to the zoo.
They call that boo at the zoo or something.
Yeah.
My son he's 10 and he don't want to go to the haunts, but my daughter's like, when are we going to some haunts? And she's 8.
Yeah, because she's not afraid of the dark, and he is. So that's a total difference.
It's crazy though. He don't want no part of haunts, but she loves them.
I tell you, when I was a real little kid, I wasn't scared of anything, and then as I got older, I got scared of more stuff. It's weird how that works. Like when you're real young, nothing scares you, and then as you get older, you realize that
shit can kill you.
You become almost aware, and you're like,
well, nothing can hurt me. And then it's like, oh man, something can hurt me. I actually had a real fear one.
Like when when we was talking to you about the Jaws event you had going on at the pond. When I was a kid, man, I'd swim in ponds, creeks, lakes, no matter what. As I got older, shit, I don't like it.
I don't like swimming in ponds, man. I don't trust ponds, man. Then turtles. Turtle bites you, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, you don't think about all those stuff when you're a kid, the stuff that can hurt you, the stuff that can eat you and bite you and all that. Yeah, man. I mean, you just think about the water and how good it feels and what's underneath it. But as you get older, man, that stuff like that changes.
Yeah, and then you watch, like I always say, then you watch River Monsters.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want no big ass
fish are that big living in
3-inch teeth coming up on me. Anyways, yeah, well, man, we're looking forward to this, and I told you that I recently got hooked up with scurryface.com. And I'm gonna be an official reviewer for them, which is cool. I'm pretty nervous about this because the format of how we're supposed to review is insane. How big it is. So that was one of the ones. I'm gonna, of course, do Nashville Nightmare and some other ones, but Monster Mountain I'm going to do Saturday night.
Oh, really?
Them. All right, I got to ask this one thing. What's your thoughts on Russ McCamey?
Russ McCamey, I don't really know the guy very well. What I do know is he probably gives the most in-depth videos of Transworld I've ever seen. He goes to every booth and talks to every vendor there. And when it comes to what he does, his show, I don't consider it a haunted house. And I think sometimes
what I've been saying.
People get it the wrong impression, and it's hard enough for me to tell people I'm not a devil worshiper.
Yeah.
Especially being down here in the Bible Belt. I mean, I'm from Nashville. I've been here my whole life, but there's people even in my family that are basically like, Carol, I wish you wouldn't do that stuff. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. I don't understand the problem. But then somebody like Russ comes in and doing what he does, which is fine. He can do what he wants to do. That's his thing, But sometimes I feel like people throw him into our category what we're trying to do. Yeah. And I think it kind of blurs people's visions of what haunted houses are. I mean, I constantly get people bombarding me every season. Hey, can they touch you? Can they touch you? Can they touch you? It's like, no, they won't touch you. Well, this one place they touch you and they pour blood on you and they do all this and this and this. I'm like, no, that doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
And
that's.
I wanted to ask.
He kind of ties into that whole. There's always that urban legend, even when I was a kid, the haunted house that's 13 stories, and if you get to the top, you get your money back, and they'll push you out of windows, and there's secret compartments you slide down. I always
heard that shit.
Yeah,
that's just not true.
Yeah. No, that's not true at all, man. Every town has one of those, and it's not true.
I always heard about that shit in Nashville. I'm like,
I guess that's kind of like the house is October built. There's a blue skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know the guy. I know that. I know he doesn't have a lot of luck where he goes. It seems like he upsets people. I don't know if that's him or just this concept of what he's doing makes people mad. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I guess
we actually went out to his house where he does everything, and we only got to stay for about
2-3 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
He's a nice guy.
Oh yeah, he's very talkative.
He's a super nice guy, but what he does is not a haunted house.
Yeah,
they call it an extreme haunt. It's not an extreme haunt. Not in my opinion.
One of the guys said they call it a horror experience.
Yeah,
it's that would be
more or less.
But I guess if you're trying to market it, like if you said it's an extreme haunt, right?
Yeah.
What sounds cooler, an extreme haunt or a horror experience? An extreme haunt sounds. Yeah. Everybody knows what a haunt is or a haunted house is.
Yeah.
If you call it an extreme haunted house, people are gonna go, "Oh, cool." So I mean,
it has nothing to do with
it's not a haunted house. It's nothing like that because
people sign up to do that shit, and I don't understand why. I still don't understand why. I went out there and talked to a guy that signed up to do it. Don't understand why.
What we saw, it looked like extreme boot camp.
Yeah.
I don't want to say torture because they don't like that.
No, it was push you to the limit of physically and mentally push you to the limit.
I think that's why people want to see. Like, I want to see if I can do this. I think that's the big thing of it. And I think some people, they may have a fetish deep down that they want to see if they can get pushed to the limit. Some of that stuff is just, some people want to see how far they can go.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing I can come up with that's the only thing I've been able to come up with why someone would do it. Be like, I can make it to the end. They're challenging themselves. For me, my brain don't work like that.
Yeah.
I'd
Because
rather
I'm
go
sure
to
it's
a
not
haunt.
just it's not just mental stuff. It's probably physical stuff
Yes,
too. Correct?
very
Oh, yeah.
physical.
I mean, if you're not a very physical person, then you're going to tap out fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd have tapped
You know,
out in 5 minutes.
He had the guy carrying around looked like a 55-gallon drum with chains for like a backpack, and they threw stuff in the barrel while he was running around with it.
On his knees.
Yeah, I mean, see stuff like that. If you're not a very physical person, if you're not going to last long.
No,
I wouldn't last
but
at all. I mean, that's
But going back to the whole thing where people don't understand, which he's been getting a lot of crap about everything. He I guess shut it down indefinitely or whatever.
Yep.
Because I guess he's got some
Health
health issues that are coming up because of it. But now he wants to go to all the southern haunts and make a documentary about haunts in, I guess, the South. But he said he put on Facebook that he contacted the owner of Monster Mountain, and they don't want no part of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that his name is
tainted.
Yeah.
Which I
don't, like I said, I don't know the guy very well at all. I've just met him a couple of times at Transworld, but there's a lot of people, either they love Russ McCamey or they don't like him at all. And it's a name, it's just a name that either it's polar opposites in the haunt business. So, I don't know what Monster Mountain's doing, or whatever their reasoning is, or what Russ's reason is, or whatever. But it's each his own, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because he's wanting all the reviewers for Scurry Face to start trying to go in and record the haunt and wear headlamps inside the haunts. And I'm like, I already know from Nashville Nightmare and y'all, that's not going to happen. Now, obviously, Monster Mountain don't want it because they don't want their stuff showed, because that would ruin the experience, right?
Absolutely.
So
it gives away all your secrets, and somebody has a hold of all your secrets.
Yeah, so it's cool.
It's really to me, it's not about secrets and stuff, because I can tell you how to do something, but you may not know how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the difference. But really, it's about throwing the actors off. Then they're in the dark and then you throw a light in their eyes, and they get they can't get adjusted to the light, and that's really what it's about. It's about messing with our actors and throwing them off base, and then having messing up an experience for the customers in front of you and behind you.
Yeah.
That's the reasoning for that, really. I mean, to me, I'm not much about hiding a secret, because I don't really have any secrets. Probably, I'm just doing what.
Yeah, but you might have a secret way that you do something, or something that you don't want known. Because if somebody can analyze film and look into it and see what you do, that you might do differently than some other places to give them an edge. I mean, Yeah,
it's possible. I mean, but I could pay. I could go to any haunted house and buy a ticket and get a visual myself. Instead of on film. Because I guess I couldn't study it like I could on film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the more looking at it and being able to. Which, I mean, that's not what he's trying to do, but it's just, I couldn't see somebody walking through with a lamp. It's just like, no flashlights, no cell phones. You know, you don't pull that stuff out and walk through the haunt with it.
I mean, something else, too. The house is October built. A lot of that's rubbed people the wrong way. It's like every year that rumor comes out that some guy escaped. He was a mental patient or something, and he goes into gets a chainsaw and goes in a haunted house and kills people. And people post that stuff, and it sounds, stupid, but people will not go to a haunted house. But, I don't know how many times I had parents basically call Death Yard when we had Death Yard saying, I didn't think your place looked safe. It did look like an old rundown warehouse. I'm not sending my kids there. I mean, it's just, because we get a lot of kids that get dropped off, and their parents, if they don't think it looks legit, they won't do it.
Yeah, that makes sense, though, right?
I was like, man, I said, you didn't like my crummy warehouse. What's the deal? But his parents see those movies, and they go, I'm not going to drop my kids off at a place like that. So, I mean, it's all, at the end of the day, it's about making money. If you don't make money, we can't do this. And, that's what you got to kind of be careful on what you promote and what you do, because if you promote stuff that's not good for your industry, then it's gonna hurt you in the long run as an industry in a whole. And that's, say an example, you go to a haunted house first year, and they decide they're going to go buy all their props at Walmart, you know.
Yeah.
And they go, well, I drove by such and such haunted house last year, and they had 1,000 people in line. Well, I got Billy Bob's barn out here in the backyard, and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to charge $20 right off the rip. And you get a group of people who never been to a haunted house before. They go pay $20 for Billy Bob's barn of terror, and they walk in that thing, and it's a joke, you know.
Oh, I know.
People go, I don't want to go to a haunted house. I just got burned by this Billy Bob's Woods of Terror or whatever it was, and
pay a premium price is what it, you know.
Yeah.
You go drop $25-$30 on a haunted house. If anyone's ever had a bad experience.
Hey, speaking of prices, real quick, how much is y'all's or Nashville Haunted Woods?
We're gonna have we got some different tiered prices. We're starting out in September at $19.95.
Okay.
And then of course the Slash Pass will be more than that, and that'll differentiate throughout the season on peak nights and whatnot. So the best way to do it is just go to the website NashvilleHauntedWoods.com and just check on the ticket prices there.
Are y'all still gonna do, or did y'all decide not to do, or the merge ticket prices for if you go to both haunts?
You know, I think we talked about it, but it was just going to be since we are in kind of dealings with Nashville Shores. I think it was going to create too much of a hassle.
Okay.
When it comes to all that, you know, with each you know entity doing this and this, so we decided just to kind of keep it separate.
Okay.
But I think we are going to offer discounted coupons. So if you go to Nightmare, you probably get a pretty good discounted coupon to come here. I'm pretty sure that's what we're still going to do.
So I guess we need to hit Nashville Nightmare first, and then you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, not us only, but anybody.
Well, I mean, if you come here, you should be able to get a discount to Nightmare.
Okay, yeah.
I think.
You probably
don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go.
You're
quoted. Well, then, yeah, you probably wanted more of it because I know Nashville Nightmare is a little more expensive than, yeah. But, well, hell, because it's got 4 haunts, too.
Yeah, it's a massive show, man. You're definitely going to get your money's worth there for sure.
And another thing, y'all
I'm looking forward to it.
I think y'all were, I still haven't been to Netherworld, and I want to go. Is it worth driving that far?
Let me tell you, I've been going every year since 2006. I don't miss it, if that tells you anything.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I definitely need.
How much it costs to get in there?
Oh, it depends on the night you go. They do tiered ticketing as well. If on a Friday or Saturday night in October, it could go from. I mean, it's. I usually buy the speed pass. So it's $50 to get the hell in and out.
Yeah, well, that's what I would want to do. I mean, $50 ain't to me if it's like the top haunt in the United States or whatever.
And they limit the speed passes too, so you can only do, they only sell a certain amount. Last I checked, so this is the last year at their location too. So they're moving locations next year.
Oh shit!
So they're getting bigger.
How long have they been at that one?
Ever since I've been going.
Okay, so they've been there for a while.
Yeah.
I can imagine what they're doing next. I'm actually.
They're moving to Stone Mountain, Georgia, which isn't far from where they're at now, but yeah, it's Netherworld, man. They do great stuff. They definitely do.
Sweet.
Yeah, I definitely need to go check it out. All right, Carroll.
I mean, we open September 22nd, so Nashville Haunted Woods at Priest Lake. Come check us out.
NashvilleHauntedWoods.com, correct?
That is correct.
Well, I appreciate you coming on with us, Carroll, and we'll definitely be seeing you soon.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all soon, okay?
Appreciate it, Carroll.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys. See you.
All right, guys. So on today's podcast, we have Brad Webb with Nashville Nightmare. Brad, how's it going, man?
Good. Busy. How are y'all?
Doing great.
Yeah, I can imagine you're busy.
Yeah, I imagine so.
How do you manage?
Yeah, we try to stay busy.
How do you manage all this?
Well, you got to have good people surrounding you. We've almost kind of developed like a little minor league system, and then the people come up the ranks, and you give them more responsibility, and you get some free agents, and you put them in charge of other properties, and that's how you kind of keep everything going pretty easy.
Hell yeah. Well,
pretty easy, though.
Well, yeah.
I think you're simplifying things, Brad. I think you're simplifying things.
It's not hard. It's not easy. It's, it's kind of somewhere in between, I would say. It's just as long as you've got a good game plan, you got good people around you, and you put things into action, you can achieve it and you can get things done in a good manner.
Well, so with Nashville Nightmare, I mean, you're running. It's going to be 4 different haunts, right?
Yeah, it's 4 different haunted houses. There's also a carnival maze outside, which is like an attraction, and then we've got there's a lot of little different activities that are outside.
Yeah, y'all have upped the game on that, right?
Yeah, we've got people they hang out so long outside of the property that we've got to be able to entertain them outside. So we've got 2 massive concession areas that are opening up. Lots of different food options. We're going to be constructing an escape game here. I think that's on schedule a week from Monday, and that'll be open the final 5 weeks of the season. Damn. And people can, choose to play that if they want to. It's going to be an Egyptian-themed one where you've got to escape the Pharaoh's curse. Tons of photo ops, tons of guest interaction with the outside characters and the queue line. We've got some cool pyrotechnics going off this year.
Jesus, it's like spend the whole night there.
Yeah, people usually try to hang out around 2.5 to 3 hours and
go eat.
It's got a good vibe. We've even gone as far now. We're going to be having alcohol sales this year on property. The company that's putting on our concessions has gotten the beer permit, so starting in October, we'll have a 21 and up area that people can hang out in next to our crazy school bus.
Is that going to be before or after they go in?
They can do it whenever. I mean, because
I know a lot of haunts don't want people drinking before they go in.
That's why I said, Brad, you're gonna have to up your security, I believe.
Well, we've got that under control, dude. We got metro officers. We've got our guys floating around.
I guess if you see that some people are like sloppy drunk, yeah, you just
no, they wouldn't get served anyways at home, but.
Yeah, no, they won't. And we're still going through the final stages in planning, but it may even be a 2-drink limit.
Yeah,
so
that would make sense. I mean, you're not there to hang out and drink and get drunk. You're there to get you a drink and stand in line, drink you a beer, have a trash can throw away.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, they're out there in their cars getting liquored up anyway before they even show up. Yeah. So you can go in 1, 2, 3 of the haunted houses. And if you want to come out and chill out for a minute, you can. You can come have you a drink. You can have your funnel cake, kettle corn. You can do some of the outside activities. Because it gets hot in there. Even though we have AC, it gets warm. Yeah. People come outside, they cool down. We're trying to just make it an all elements event to where you could spend some time here and just have. But it's more than haunted houses now. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
I'm trying to think of a word. Do you have a word that you would call it?
Scaregrounds.
Scaregrounds? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fairgrounds, scaregrounds. Hell yeah. It's like, we'll call this the fall fair or fest. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. State fair.
I mean, we're probably eventually going to switch over to the Nashville Nightmare Scaregrounds. Probably what I'm assuming that's the direction as we keep growing this event outside. We've done so much inside. We have to keep expanding the outside now. So I would assume, that's kind of where this entire thing's, moving forward to.
Are you going to have to buy more area, or you already got enough what you need? Or at least
I've got enough of what we need. If we've got so much indoor and so much outdoor right now, I don't think we can expand much more over here. But that, we built out. I guess now it's time to build up. So we'll just see what we have in store for the future.
Are you telling us a 2-story haunt?
No, I don't know that I would say that, but okay. You'll see when you come out here this year, the entrance is now, what's that over there? That's probably about 16 to 18-foot structure that you got to go under with the pyro and, bigger structures outside that have cool things attached to them. So,
all right.
It'll be a cool vibe.
Well, I was telling Carroll, because I know he's overseeing the Nashville Haunted Woods, right?
Yeah, Carroll came over from Death Yard last year to Nightmare.
Yeah.
He did a really good job for us hanging out outside, kind of monitoring our lines, our gas, keeping things flowing. And he's used to being outdoors from his days back with Monster Mountain and Scream Creek. So when the opportunity came to me, Carroll seemed like the logical decision to put out there running that event for us. And we've sent some of our other people that, that work here as well to assist him. So there was about a group of probably about 3 to 5 individuals from Nightmare that have transferred to that location, and they'll continue to create pretty cool outdoor effects. And, we're just doing the woods this year. We did have plans for a hayride, but the more we dug into it, it was like, you know what? Let's just focus really heavy on the woods, make a really awesome attraction, and then we'll proceed with the hayride in 2018 as long as everything works out this season.
Yeah, from when we talked to him, he was, from what he was saying, it sounds really fun. Like it's going to be a fun event to go to as well.
It is. I mean, we haven't spared an expense. We put electrical all throughout the woods, and we put 50 animations, and we put all kinds of different things out there. There's some unique effects. So let's just say, for a first-year woods, it doesn't have that feel at all. It feels to me like it's definitely a year 3 or year 4 attraction.
From what I, Carroll, on Instagram, he'll kind of sneak peek a little bit. I saw one thing that was having to be carried in with a forklift or something, a prop.
There's a lot that had to be carried in with a forklift. There's some stuff that had to get moved with lulls, with backhoes, and there's a lot that just had to be moved in with manpower, lugging it through the woods.
Yeah. I meant to ask him, but do you have to clear that place out?
We had to clear a little bit of the trails.
No, I mean, but like at the end of the season, like, is it all gone?
No.
Okay, because some of them, like, they put it up, they have to take it back down.
No, I mean, a lot of the structures are going to stay. Now, some of our props and our pneumatics we'll probably pull out. We've got storage containers on site now that we put out there that we'll probably put up for winterizing. We'll winterize everything, but all
right, I didn't know.
Yeah,
if
for the most part,
up and down.
No. There will be some elements of it that will come up and down, but the majority is going to stay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Because I was just like, I forgot to ask him that when we talked to him.
That's the good thing about Nightmare. I mean, even if you can't just come once and really take it all in. There's so much now that we get people come 2-3 times a year, or actually a season. I'm sorry, we're open so many times throughout the year now, but 2 or 3 times during the Halloween season because there is so much to see. We constantly are moving the characters around to different areas, so when you come back, it is a different experience. Q-Line characters change in and out frequently, so. Hopefully you'll come as a reviewer, and then you'll just come back on another night, and you can hang out with us and relax some.
Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely want to do that because, like you were saying, all the stuff there is to do. But I'm probably going to try to still hang out even after the fact. And
you're more than welcome. You can hang out and take as many pictures outside as you want.
Well, what about let's go back to Nashville Nightmare, and what are the themes for it this year?
Industrial Undead has stayed the same theme-wise. Now, there's been new sets put in throughout. Right. Before HauntCon, we completely elevated that attraction with new police stations, all types of things. There's a lot of different city areas you travel in and out, and we increased the size of Industrial Undead. Horror High got axed. It had a 3-year run like we originally planned. It's now entitled Reformatory. It's an old Catholic Reform school, and the rumor is that the Antichrist has shown up here to possess the souls of all the students that are there. Ooh. So as you're traveling through, you're trying to stay alive and not get possessed and just make it out alive. Fairy Tale Hell has been supercharged. There's just an insane amount of new props that have gone into that. We got the new Cyclops hanging outside by the new castle. There's a new dragon up there. There's all kinds of stuff in and out that has cool effects. That pathway has gotten really more tight and immersive. We've made it with a lot more turns in there. There's actually a cave that does have a bypass if you don't want to duck down, but otherwise you can duck and kind of go through some tighter quarters.
Yeah, I remember my brother hit his head.
Yeah. Night Terrors has become Phantoms. And Phantoms is going to be kind of a 2-year project for us to get it to where I want it to be. It does have new sets put in throughout it. It's the only one now that doesn't have a massive facade built on it. That facade will come next year, probably before Trans World in March. Hopefully we'll have it constructed before then. So a lot of different things. Like I said, the concession stands will be kind of themed out with different things. Our gift shop has about tripled in size now. There's literally, I think there's my goodness, it's
Good God.
Looking over there right now, it's loaded. I mean, there is about 10 or 12 different shirt designs. There's mason jars with Nightmare logos on them. There's whiskey glasses with Nightmare logos. There's boy shorts for girls. There's tank tops. There's zip up hoodies.
Damn.
different types of horror ornaments. I mean, it has been loaded up. I mean, it is insane how much has been put in that thing.
Well, I'm definitely
trying to think what else. Yeah, there's more. There's more stuff. I'm probably just forgetting it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting something, some more stuff, because I got the kind of the Jack Daniels looking Nashville Nightmare shirt last year.
Sure.
And I definitely want some more because, they just.
Well, yeah, there's new truck.
The designs alone are awesome, though. That's what I like about it. Is, it's not just.
Yeah, the new design's the Ouija board shirt. And that one seems to be they sold really fast. I mean, we still got plenty in stock, but they were selling like crazy last week for our friends and family event. So we've got this new Ouija board design, which is also the entryway into the park. And we got Ouija board zip-up hoodies. We've got koozies now that have the whiskey design and the Ouija board design on them. So a lot of cool stuff, a lot of good Christmas gifts you can get for people in there. And, it's all over the place.
Well, not recently, a few months now, me and Johnny have been, on an exercise kick, trying to health up. So I think I'm gonna be able to fit into a 3X now. So,
hey, good for you guys.
Yeah, that's a big goal too, is to be able to go to haunts and buy shirts, because not a lot of haunts are going to carry 4 or 5X shirts. So, we keep
a couple of them in stock. Obviously we don't order as many of those as we do the other ones, but I think we've got 4 or 5 designs this year that go up to 4X and 5X. So.
Oh man!
But if you're down to 3X, I think pretty much everything's in a 3X.
Well, damn it! I'll just have to I'll just skin tight it.
Yeah.
Skin tight.
But anyways, let's see. The Ouija board thing, I saw just pictures of that from like some of the actors I follow or friends on Facebook. Man, that is amazing looking outside. Is it like the storage containers stacked or whatever? And then
it is. We bought quite a few storage containers in the off season just to have additional storage, but also to use for this type of purpose. Patrick over at Haunted Hill Devil's Dungeon, him and a couple of his guys came over and helped us lift them to create this new entryway. And we wanted something that people could gather around, and eventually we're probably going to have some type of stage show out there, but it's the main entrance into the park now. It's where you get security screened. You won't be security screened in front of each one of the attractions anymore. It's all going to happen outside before you come in. That way, you can take anything back to your truck or car that you shouldn't have. There's going to be queue line actors out there greeting you before you enter the park. It's a good place just to funnel everybody in. We can greet everybody as they're coming. The exit's right next to that. There won't be any exiting, from all different angles. It's going to be one way in, one way out from now on. And it's going to work a lot better, just not from a security standpoint, but I think just from a logistics standpoint of getting people in and out of the property quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, damn, I definitely can't wait to check this out.
For sure. And you all also do something great with the Haunt Pink awareness.
We do. We've got this shirts for sale. Janet over at, she's the assistant manager of leasing maybe over at Rivergate Mall. She's the participant this year. So we'll be raising money for her all season long. Those shirts should be in, I believe they're coming in next week. So we'll have a display out for Haunt Pink awareness, and we'll raise money all season long for her.
Yeah, so that's a really good cause, because like everyone knows someone, or someone that knows someone that's had breast cancer. So
sure.
Yeah, we luckily the past 2 years we were able to sponsor.
Yeah.
Haunt Pink. So we're definitely
that's real good.
That's definitely one thing we'll have too is the shirts. We'll be getting us a shirt for that.
Cool, appreciate it.
Yeah, and then is Nashville Haunted Woods, are they going to have shirts selling there, or just at Priest Lake?
We haven't gotten that far with them yet. We're still figuring out the logistics of where we're going to set up their retail booth. I assume we'll probably have them out there. Nashville Haunted Woods is a sponsor on them as well.
Okay.
So just depends on how big of space we have for the retail shop out there, which those shirts are on order. So I would assume we'll probably have some type of setup for them out there.
Okay, because I was wanting to definitely get a Nashville Haunted Woods shirt or whatever you're going to have it named.
Yeah, we will have shirts out there for that for sales.
Sweet. Well, starts tomorrow night, right?
Nashville Nightmare opens tomorrow night. Box office opens at 8, closes at 11. The attractions will open shortly after. And, opening night's always fun. It's an exciting night just to see how everything rolls. Our friends and family events showed us a couple things we needed to improve on, and we've made those adjustments throughout this week. So we're ready. We're ready for the public. We could open our doors right now, and then we'd be good to go. We're doing a couple last-minute lighting changes tonight and working on the new ticket booth, which, there you go. That was the one thing that we didn't talk about, the ticket booth. So, I know, you've been haunting too long when you're excited about the ticket booth. But our new ticket booth, a majority of it is indoors. It's got, a video playing in there, Nightmare stuff, Nashville Haunted Woods stuff, some cool audio, Q-Line actors inside as well. 5 windows now to meet the demand. 3 just wasn't cutting it. It was backing up. Yeah. So we've got 5 windows now. We've got a completely a different area on the other end of property for your online ticketing check-in if you buy them online. So it's a cool-looking ticket booth. It's got a nice rustic kind of old factory look to it. For me, that was a big deal because I don't like my guests having to wait that long to buy a ticket. So that was one of the number one priorities I knew we had to do. So
yeah, that's what we.
It looks good.
Whenever we would go, we'd always usually get it online because usually the online line was
way quicker.
Yeah,
like, buy it online, get up there, go.
Yeah, and what's cool, even if you still buy online, you bypass the security screening general admission line, which will back up a little bit. And they'll have their own security screen line, so they'll be able to walk right through that line and get in. And so there still is a lot of perks to buying those tickets ahead.
Well, the good thing about that is when I was there, people be like, Where's the ticket booth? Where's the ticket booth? And of course, I'd be like, yeah, it's over there. Point them in the right direction.
Yeah, and now since it's right at the beginning of the property, as they come down that hill, you'll see the ticket booth on the left and the entrance to the park over on the right. I think it's going to make it a lot more simple for people to figure things out. The way the property expanded over the years, that ticket booth got stuck right in the middle. Yeah. And that worked well, for years. But after last season, we were like, it's time for a change. So,
well, you definitely, from pictures I've seen and everything, not a lot of pictures, just people posting. It's looking really good, and I can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah, no, I'm really
I appreciate it. Yeah, there was never an off season. Our crew started working immediately as soon as the season ended, preparing for Christmas, Valentine's, and HauntCon. And, it'll probably be something similar coming this year. We've got Christmas, Valentine's, Transworld Trade Shows coming here. I think it was released yesterday. They're going to be doing a pre-show tour for that show.
Transworld is going to be in Nashville?
The convention itself is staying in St. Louis. Okay. They are doing a trip to Nashville to see us and then traveling onward to Talon Falls.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll be open for that, and then Talon Falls will be joining us on that tour.
Hell yeah.
So, man, that must be pretty awesome to have, because does Transworld do that a lot, go to haunts themselves or whatever?
Transworld doesn't normally do. They've done a couple pre-show tours in the past, but this is their 10th anniversary for being in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So they wanted to kind of up the ante, and they wanted to do a big pre-show, and so they chose Nashville to do it in. So we're happy to open for them. We're going to give them the best show possible, and hopefully everybody will have a good time.
Well, man,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
one other thing I'd like to holler about real quick, and I know it doesn't tie in too much to Tennessee horror, but we do have a daytime kids event now. It's also out at the Nashville Shores property where Nashville Haunted Woods is, and it's called Booville. That runs on Saturdays and Sundays, starting the final weekend in September. So if you are some horror fanatics, but you got some little ones that just aren't quite ready for the woods or for Nashville Nightmare, feel free to bring them out there. We've got a hayride. We've got corn mazes, or hay bale mazes, actually. We've got big pyramids built out of straw. We've got trick-or-treat candy stops for them. We've got all kinds of different activities, from pumpkin painting, face painting. It's been a good time, and we've had a good time designing it, and we've started constructing it over the last 2 weeks. So we're going to be doing all elements of Halloween now, from the dark to the lighthearted, even in the retail store. So we're having a good time with all of it. So it's going to be fun.
Well, you have onesies for babies with Nashville Nightmare on it?
Well, I mean, anything's possible. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one thing I definitely want to do is take my kids to check out Booville. I'm sure. I don't know about my son, but I'm sure my daughter will. She loves it anyway. She'll go to any haunt we take her to. My son, he's wanting to stay with his grandma.
Well, we're going to have Booville's going to be very lighthearted in nature. It's going to be fun. Dance parties, costume contest, and on the costume contest, the winner each day wins 2 free passes to Nashville Shores. Season passes, actually, to Nashville Shores for the 2018 season. Man. So it's pretty good awards that we're giving out for that.
Yeah.
5 different areas to trick or treat. We are going to have one little area that's going to be a little bit darker. Like a graveyard, vampire-type setting. So if kids that do want to experience that are more than welcome to go out into that area and have fun. It's I think it's going to be cool. We built a huge spider web net crawl this week and started building some slides out of culvert pipes for little kids as well. So
hell yeah.
We're looking forward to it. Yeah.
Bring the whole family.
I'm going to go ahead and say this now. Like I told Carroll, man, you just you like the Vince McMahon of the haunt in Tennessee. Well, not like taking over stuff, but just
expanded.
Yeah,
Vince McMahon.
We like designing, we like building, and part of the problem with having so many good people is it's like we can only do so much on one property a year. So why not expand? Why not create cool events? In all of our events. Like I said, we're not geared towards family on the nighttime, but it's like you'd say, you can bring your kid here and you're going to have a good time. Not to say that any of the other attractions that do anything darker or more crazy or bad. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with all those. But Nashville Nightmare, the Haunted Woods, we like kind of doing stuff, kind of that age 12 and up. It's what I've always been into. I enjoy that environment. I do enjoy going to the crazy ones. I like going over to Haunted Hell and those guys. So I would just hope everybody support all the Nashville haunted attractions as much as possible. We chat with Monster Mountain frequently. We chat with the Warners. So we do our best to get along with everybody, and I hope everybody's going to have a good season coming up. And hope
we're praying for good weather.
All the attractions.
We're praying for good weather, man. We're hoping it'll be nice and cool, not 85 degrees in the middle of October.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have it this weekend, so.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like, damn, it's getting wild.
Well, hopefully closer, to, in October, we'll get that good fall air back in the field.
Hell yeah.
But,
I hope so. Let's hope so. We're all jumpy. We've been blowing fire up and everything else over the past couple hours.
I've been hearing. I was hearing in the background. It was getting me excited because I know you're at Nashville Nightmare right now, so I could hear stuff, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it sounded like a fire alarm.
Well, it just.
Yeah, I was out at Booville earlier this morning, and I was in the woods for a minute, and now I'm back over at Nightmare, and it's. I got to go down to Froggy's Fog in Columbia in the morning, so they run nonstop, but
I want to hit
a lot of good people around.
Hit on this real quick. I know. Do you own Halloween Express?
I do.
So yeah, so that's where people can go get, I guess, all their Halloween and haunted needs.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, Halloween Express. It's about a 10,000 square foot store in Rivergate. It's in the old former H.H. Gregg building.
Damn.
We stay stocked up almost to the very end for the last minute shoppers. We've got costumes from newborns all the way up, the grandparents can get stuff there. A lot of cool props, accessories, makeup, wigs. And that's also where we give out the majority of the Nashville Nightmare $3 off coupons, come from right there. They'll also have the Haunted Woods coupons as well as coupons for Booville. So if nothing else, tell people to swing in and grab a coupon to save a little money.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to that mall in 20 years.
Yeah, well, it's not in the mall. It's just in the Rivergate area. So,
okay. I was
right
say you can
Conference
make that
Drive.
into a haunted attraction.
That's one thing.
It's off Conference Drive and Gallatin Road. So,
cool. We're in Manchester. It's so small. We don't have like a Spirit Halloween or Halloween Express or nothing like that. So I went to Home Depot last week or the week before, and just a little bit of stuff they carried, I was so excited. I was going nuts. So I usually get kind of excited when I go into stuff like that. So I'll probably be like a kid in the candy store at Halloween Express.
It's fun. I mean, you get people in there all the time that like creating stuff and decorating their yard and home haunts. We get a lot of home haunters come in there and buy stuff. So
yeah, we was wanting to do that this year, but I think I don't know.
I've been involved with Halloween Express since I believe 99 or 2000.
Wow.
So and then I've owned them since 2003.
So I guess they was it called? I guess you buy into the name or something. What is that called?
It's a franchise. Yeah, it's a franchise.
Franchise.
Yeah, so after I ran them for 3 years for different companies, and then we started our own in Knoxville.
Yeah, I remember
and
that
then
story.
we started our haunted house in Knoxville, and then we did it for 2 years, and then we brought everything back to Nashville.
Need to get one up here. I don't know how good it would do, though. That's probably the bad part. But yeah, well,
you got a big population really to do well in them.
Yep. Well, man, I appreciate you taking the time out because I know how extremely busy you are.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Hopefully, we'll get to shake hands if you have time because I remember last year I saw you and I handed you a stack of cups but the line was just crazy, the ticket line for where you was at. So, yeah, you don't have much time to talk or anything or think, really, do you?
Well, the radio just goes off constantly a lot, because with the size of Nightmare, there's usually something going on now. Hopefully that's changing. I've let my employees know, I've let my management know that I'm looking to actually kind of take a step back myself. So we'll see if that happens eventually. I've got to stop expanding so rapidly, but that doesn't mean we might not build more attractions somewhere. But over at Nightmare, I'm looking to bump some people up to kind of take the load off of me, and that's why we've got
nothing wrong with that.
We've got like the production guys here. We've got pyro guys here now. We've got managers for the attractions. We've got leads. We've got supervisors that we bumped up. So hopefully all these people do a really good job for us, and they keep the attractions moving well, and I can leave at a decent time some of the nights and get ready for Booville in the mornings.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll have more time to chat with people this year. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, like I said, I appreciate you coming on, and I'll put a link in the description for all the websites and everything and all the info. And but yeah.
All right.
Well,
I appreciate it, guys. I mean, for keep promoting us and keep getting the word out.
Oh, for sure.
Anytime we can, we get asked. We tell them about you and y'all, and now Nashville Haunted Woods. So.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man!
We appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Well, you have a good night, have fun, and hopefully you can go home and get some sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank y'all again. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it, Brad.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right, guys. That was Carroll Moore and Brad Webb. Go check out the Nashville Nightmare and Nashville Haunted Woods at Priest Lake. That's going to be the number one haunts around here.
Yep.
For sure. I'm excited to be doing both of them. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, Middle Tennessee is definitely doing it big when it comes to haunts.
And really, the Nashville Nightmare, just the outside part of it, that sounds really fucking badass.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, don't forget to hit us up on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and like our pages and follow us and stuff.
Yep. Do all that and the above. And,
and
say Patreon?
No, I didn't say Patreon.
Yeah.
Become a patron.
Yeah. Help fund us.
Yeah. But if you like this, like I said, just let us know, comment, and do stuff. Interact with us. Interact with Jim Jam over here.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all listening, and I guess that's all we got. We out.
Peace.